Здравствуйте. Столько сообщений я только увидела. Собираю на дворе сдавать. Да нет, я специально поставила там внизу, чтобы там особо зрители не переживали. Супер. Главное, есть свет, интернет. Слава Богу, Господи. Пусть все это быстро закончится. Это ужасно просто. А я забыла отключить вызовы. Потом все это сделаю. Я забыла. Посмотрим. Ну, добиться вот этого рейтинга вообще нереально. Не, это не мой уровень, к сожалению. Отлично. Arun, hello. How are you? Hello, everyone. Куча шейхов, которые задонатят. Ой, господи. Вас туда доставят, значит... Новый шутник. Я боюсь этих шейхов. Мне они не нужны, их донаты. Okay, well, let's start. I'm so tired. Я опоздала? Не, я не опоздала, я вроде в свое время. Здравствуйте, спасибо большое. Я поставила будильник, я так уставшая была. 15 минут, заснула на 15 минут. Будильник зазвенел, и я сразу сюда. Hello, everyone. I'm a little bit tired today, but okay. I'm every day tired. So well. So, okay, let's start. Let's start. I wanted to adjust my my screen, and I opened puzzles. This one I got. So the board is flipped. It's difficult. Hello, yes, I remember. Your nickname is very familiar to me. Okay, let's start. King g6 from g7. What does it mean? Black pawns are going this way, right? Yes, h8 is here. And white pawns are here. Hello, hello everyone. So, okay, black must win here, I guess. They have pawn which is passing. For white it means that the last move, king g6. King g6 was mistake. Maybe they needed to play f4 to open this bishop's way. Now after king g6, king f4, what if to block this pawn? I guess it's the only move, king f4. Otherwise on h3 they can continue f4 and they will open their bishop's way, then to take on f6 and to create a passing pawn. So king f4 is the only move. King f4. But I think it's not the end. King f4, white can continue. How? Bishop silver. King f6, h3. No, king f4, for example, bishop e4, h3, bishop. No, it's impossible. King f4, then king h5, h3. What does it mean? It means that king f4 is winning. King f4 King f6, h3, king g6, h2. I don't understand. Maybe king f4, king f6, they also will open their pawns way. For example, king e7, h2, f6, h1, f7. h1, f7. White also wants to promote their pawn. Let's try to find the best move, the best continuation for white. King f4, king f6, h3, and where to put this king? g7 or e7? g7, king g7, h2, f6, h1, f7, queen, g2 check. It's a problem. How to come closer? Let's play king f4, then I want to see where they will go with their king. Not to get some checks after. На вид так легко кажется. Да, но мне кажется, там все-таки король может на e7 или на g7. И там белые тоже создают какие-то проблемы. After f4, king f5 was not nice. King f6 maybe you mean. But maybe white survives. Queen is there. Maybe you are right. Let's play king f4. Then to see where they go. King e7, yes. h2, f6, h1, f7. Yes, the key moment is here. f7 and queen h4, h7, e1. I have 3 options, 2 checks and 1 pinning. Let's try to eliminate. I'm not sure. Queen e1, king f6 will not work. King d7, queen. Can I come closer with this way? Queen d2, queen d2, king e7, queen e3, king d7, queen d4. No, they can close with bishop. Bishop, yes, you are right. Queen d1 is lost too. So queen e1, they immediately can play bishop e4, yes. Okay, it's left just 2 variations, queen h7 and queen h4. Queen h4 check. King e8. What if to come closer? No way. Or maybe queen h7, king e8, then king e5, f8, queen, king e6, bishop d5 check. Unfortunately, I have to take there, and then they can check and then to trade the queens. Yes. One more time. I like this pin, but no, king e5, f8, king e6, bishop d5. So queen h4, king e8, queen h5, king e7, queen g5, king e8, queen g6, king e7, queen g7, it's impossible. If white manages to put the bishop on e4, he seems to defend. I agree. Check, then queen h5. h4 maybe, you mean? No. Let's try. Queen h4, king e8. How to come closer with king? But on e6, when I play king e6, they can sacrifice. Even with sacrifice, their bishop, they can survive there. Queen h4, king e8, pin, king e7. Maybe to transfer to this side. Queen c5, again king e8. Just a second, please. Queen h4, here h5, here queen e5. I must force them to go to f8, so they have to play king d7, for example. Queen e5, king d7, queen f5, king e8, queen e6. I explained this topic to my students and I forgot about it. Just a second, please, one more time. Queen h5. Shame on me. No, h4, sorry, we check. Here, 2 pin, king e7, queen e5, check, king d7, check, here, no, from e5 to f6 when their king is on d7. If bishop d5, so okay, we can come closer with king. If king e8, then queen e6, check, forcing this move, just then to come closer with king g5. Capture bishop and pawn for queen. Maybe, or maybe. Let's try this variation. Queen h4. King e8, queen h5. And then to force them to go to f8. I hope it's correct. If they play king d7, just a second please. King h4, king d7. So then queen f6. King e8, queen e6. Forcing them. Queen h4, I'm playing. Yeah, it's correct. So then queen h5. No, we don't need to, we didn't to take that bishop. We just want to come closer with king. Queen h5. I'm playing. Yes, I'm playing. Bishop e4. It's something new for me. So maybe queen e5 check? Yes, and then queen f6. Queen e5, queen f6, king e8, queen e6, king f8, and king g5. To come closer with dark squares. Well, after queen f6, bishop d5, it is tricky. Let's try. Queen e5 check. How could be it could be wrong? Oh, just to come closer with king. Why to waste the time? It's pain. I'm shocked. It's unfair. Just a little mistake. Let's go forward. I'm shocked. I'm so sad. Okay, let's go forward. It was such a little mistake. I forgot that I've already pinned their pawn. Well, let's play on Monday, please. So, okay. What can I do? I can't change anything. So, rook g7. What should I do here? Take on f7. Knight e2, double check. King h1. Yes, so pity. I also like that endgame. After the stream, I will take photo of it. So, rook f7, knight e2, king h1. Which one is correct? Rook f6 or f7? Rook f6 also interesting. To checkmate from h8. Rook f7, knight e2, king h1. Or maybe knight f3. Knight f3, king h1. If they take rook f7, queen f7. Rook f7, knight e2, king h1, rook c1 is tricky. They will pin this rook. Then I can't take and then to play rook f7. Maybe rook f6, knight e2, king h1, rook h6, then here check, king h1. What if they protect on h6? Maybe I can take, just to take on f3, the knight. Hi everyone. Денис, знаете, я в прошлый раз, когда опускала вниз, там тем не было написано. Там просто написано окончание или там выигрыш, какие-то такие ключевые слова были написаны. И еще вот сегодня я тоже подумала, что вот эти имена игроков тоже особо не важны, потому что имена я имею в виду рейтинги. Потому что я так понимаю, Lichess выбирает не так, как было сыграно в партии. Например, многие игроки, там соперники, у них рейтинг очень маленький, ну там очень сложная задача, то есть это для них нереально. Я уверена, они в партии так точно не играли. Там просто по движку они проверяют, наверное, и выбирают самые такие хорошие моменты. Я поэтому вот это место не открыла. Ну ладно, сейчас посмотрим. После этой позиции обязательно спущусь вниз. Акачрати, hello. Can we play, I think, f6, h1, king h1, right now, king h1, right now. What if they play rook c1 immediately? I think rook f6, knight e2, for example, king h1, queen e3, just to try to protect them. Knight e2, not from f3, because then I can take on f3. One more time, rook f6, knight e2, check, king h1, Queen e3. What to do then? Just then if I take, again rook c1. Oh, but then I can play queen f5. Just a second, please. What if rook f7? Instantly rook f7, they check, king h1. No, you said knight e2 check, king h1, just then rook c1. What if I check from f5? They have to go back, check, they close, queen f6, king h7, rook f7, and then with queen g7 with checkmate. Why not going to a rook f7? Yes, I'm calculating that variation. At that time, I thought that knight e2, king h1, and rook c1, and then they pin my rook, and I can't take on g7 to join with another rook. But now I understand that after king h1, rook c1, I can check. No need to join with this rook. And then rook f8, rook g8, queen f6 check, king h7, rook f7, rook g7, queen g7 with checkmate. Okay, rook f7. What if knight f3, king h1? On queen e3 is the same, queen f5. Rook f6. I think they can just check and then to play queen e3 to protect here. Let's take immediately on f7. Здравствуйте, Илья Потапкин. Здравствуйте. Спасибо большое. Мне нужны не рейтинги, а именно игроков ключа. Хорошо. Хорошо, поняла. Ну, сразу спущусь вниз, и имена участников, игроков будет там показываться, и эти темы. Хорошо. Why not going for f7? Yes, let's take on f7. So, rook f7. One more time, knight e2, king h1, rook c1, queen f5, knight f3. It's the same. Yes, let's take. It's wrong. Okay. Let's play rook f6, then I want to understand what is the problem. Maybe on rook f7 they could play... Oh, yes, really. They could play knight f5. Rook f7, knight f5. Discovery check. I must go to h1, right? King h1. And it's over. So it means that their knight is under attack and also this pawn is under. Just a second, please. Rook f6, check here, queen e3, and maybe now that I could take on f7. And in that position, if I take immediately knight f5 check here, and now they can take, and they can close with knight. Well, let's go forward. So many losers. Knight c3. What if check? They take. Check here. Check. They must play king d2. Queen f2 or g2, king c1, Queen f2, Queen f2, King c1. No, I can't win that position. Давайте в понедельник сыграем. Сегодня задачи решаем. So, one more time. Knight g3 takes, here takes, king d2, and what to do then? Nothing. No, there is no winning variation there. Queen d4, Queen d4, just to pin. Why not? Queen d4, rook e4, rook takes, rook e4, rook takes. Well, Queen d4, knight d1. Ah, no, knight d2 check, then rook e1, Queen d4, knight a4, it's the same. Queen d4, knight a4, just to check, then to take on a4. And what if they protect? Rook e3, then I don't know what to do there. After rook e3, knight d2 check will not help. King e2, knight c4, bishop takes. Зачем в английском говорится checkmate? А я не знаю. Я не знаю, честно. Knight g3. Ну, в английском, если так посмотреть, там и castle, рокировка, это же еще castle получается. А castle же не рокировка, castle же это получается... Это что? Это. Типа крепость. А на русском рокировка. Ну, наверное, какие-то разности есть. Разности, можно так говорить. So, queen d4 seems wrong. Knight g3, f takes g3, rook d1, e1. I don't understand. Rook e1, queen g1, queen g2, queen g3. And I think it's... No. They have an extra. I mean... They have knight. We just have 2 extra points or 1 there. Okay, if we take on h3 too, then 2 extra points against knight. It's not enough. I don't know. I'm afraid of that variation. Нифига вы знаете языки? Нифига я знаю или не знаю? Are winning. 2 pieces, knight g3, it takes, then queen f6. One more time. Oh, queen f6 and then... Oh, so I missed that. I must turn off the rating. because I missed that variation and I even don't know. Could I find that move queen f6? Knight g3, f takes g3, queen f6. Oh, but they can close. They can close. Ah, no, rook e1, king e1, queen c3, and then queen b3. So I'm turning off the rating. It was not my idea. So, who advised that move? Levon Vartanyan. Okay, Levon Vartanyan, thank you so much. Let's try. Yes. Yes, it was fair that I decided to turn off the rating. So, okay, let's turn on it. Ah, no, unknown 07 found it. Oh, really? Sorry, I missed it. Yes, right. Yes, you were right. Unknown 07895. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. Rook b8. Again, the board is flipped. So how to promote this pawn? Rook e6, rook e7, rook c6, rook c7. Which one? No, rook e6, e7. I don't like. They can play king f2. Now, this is the question. What to play? Rook c6 or rook c7? Rook c6. Okay. Check and protect. Maybe rook d5 to protect and then to play. Ah, no. Rook d5, they can continue rook c8. One more time. Rook c6, rook b5, rook c1, rook f5. It's very difficult, like everyone. Rook c6 says we have to guard the working, but we don't want to rook on b8. e6. After rook e6, they can go to f2 to control this square. Or maybe rook e7 and then king f2 to check. King g1, rook e1, king g3, rook e3 check, king g2, rook e2, king g3. Oh, rook f2, then rook f3 checkmate. Am I right? One more time. Rook e7. What if they again check from f5 and then rook f1? No, I don't like it. Rook e7, rook b5, rook e7, rook b5, rook e2 check, king f1, rook e6. Yes. Then I want to play rook e1. Right? F2. You block rook, check with rook f6. But I want to force them to trade. Either to trade this rook or to push away from here to promote my rook. I don't want to trade my rooks. I mean these rooks. It's very interesting. One more time. Rook, but which one? This one. Because this one I need to be here or no difference. One more time. Rook e7, rook b5, rook e2 check. I want them to come to f3 to close this file. Then I will continue rook e1. But if they play rook e2, if they play king f1, then I'm going to play rook e6 with this idea. And they have no protection. If rook e6, rook b5, rook e2, rook e2, king. No, let's leave this rook here. Because rook e7, rook b5, rook e2, if they go to g3 in order to leave this file open, then I can play, sorry, I wanted to leave the rook here, rook d3 and to checkmate the king. So I'm playing rook e7 with this rook. Let's play. It's correct. Then rook e2 check. If king g3, then rook d3, king, one more time, here checkmate, here rook e1, here rook d6 to e6, if g1, then rook e1, right, rook e2, yes, it's correct, and rook e1, right? Right. Okay, let's take. Finally. Let's go forward. Ходите уже. Вам-то легко говорить. Это же сложно столько рейтинга потерять. Неприятно. He will capture the pawn then. Okay. Let's continue. Rook c7. So, what to do? To go forward? To take or to take here? No, queen b5. Let's eliminate. They will take here. Queen d3. This capture, they also will take on c2. d2. Maybe they can, oh no, they can't play rook d7. No, they can. Queen b5, rook d3, rook d8, king e2, king e2, queen e5 check, and they can take on d2. h6, a6 maybe you mean. That's interesting, but maybe too slow. I think that they agree to leave their knight under attack. They have no choice. It's okay for them to make a draw, but black wants to win. Let's play actively. D2, for example. One more time. I'm not sure, but let's try. Thank you so much. D2. One more time. Rook D7. Queen B5. Rook D3. No, then I can play Rook E8, Rook E1. Rook E8, King F2. Rook E1, Rook D2, Queen F1, King G3. And they escape. D2, if Queen E2, we play Queen B5. I agree with you, but if King E2, Queen B5, Queen E5, I agree, but what if they play Rook D7? Queen B5, Rook D3. Rook D8, King E2. Queen E5, check, King D2. I'm sure that D2 is right. Just to, how to say that, to maintain my passing pawn. Otherwise, they will take, and I have no active continuation there. Just that's why, to keep this pawn. I feel like if we do anything instead of pawn a4, we take his knight, and if like Queen E6. Let's play D2. One more time. D2, Rook D7. Queen B5. Rook D3. Rook E8. I want to check from E1. King F2. Then just a second, please. Queen D3. Queen D3. No. I wanted to take there the rook on D3. She takes D3 and then to play rook E1 to help the pawn. But on Queen D3, they will continue Queen D3 and to control that pawn. Let's try D2. Yes. A4. Why not to play Rook D7? Just a second, please. Rook D7, Queen B5, Rook D3. Maybe black could just play Rook C8 to take this pawn, to protect this pawn and just to have a winning position. Okay, A4. After King F2, Rook E1 and Rook F1. Yes, you are right. Rook E1. I was calculating Queen F1 and then the king was could escape from G3. But instead of Queen F1, you are right. Rook F1 and then to win a queen. Right. So A4. Now I can't play Rook E8. They will checkmate. Rook E8. It's wrong. If Queen F6. Queen F6. If they take at first check and then to take the queen. Queen F6. rook d7, rook d7, queen f6, rook d7, queen f6, rook d7, and then how to checkmate from here? Move to checkmate, queen e6, e6 only move now. First e6, then f6 after, with an idea of giving a check. Queen e6, right, queen e6, we want to checkmate. If queen d1, just now then rook e8, or maybe queen f6 check and then rook e1. Right, it's correct. I think after queen e6 it will be finished. Okay, I'm playing queen e6, queen e6, queen e2. What if queen e6, queen e2, check here, or maybe queen e6, queen e2, I can play rook d8. If they block, then to check, king g1, no, just a second please, queen e6, queen e2, rook d8, queen d1, and then to return to e8, because on queen e6, queen e2, queen d1, sorry, I was calculating rook e8, so to force them to go to d1 and then to return, and there is no protection there. Let's play queen e6. Yes, it's okay, just two moves, but it was very hard. d2 and queen e6. After solving puzzle, it seems that it was so easy. During solving, it's impossible. Queen e6, queen f6, queen d8, attacking the rook, guarding pawn with idea, bring rook on e8. Maybe that also was interesting. Queen e6, queen e2, queen f6 check, and then queen d8. Right, why not? But their rook was protected. Maybe they could play queen d1. Again, rook e8. What is the difference? Maybe there is no difference. In all variations, black could win there. Maybe just that's why they wrote that it's finished, it's over. Okay, let's go forward. So king f8. Again, the board is flipped. So the first move that at first glance I calculate it's h2. h2, e8. We will take h2. How to control this pawn? Maybe they can continue rook a7, and on h1 they also can oh, h2, rook a7, we can block. It's right, today's topic. We can consider that it's the same topic, right? To block our opponent's pieces away. I upload that video on my Telegram channel. I like it very much. So h2, rook a7, maybe knight e8 to block. king e8, h1. Again, king if f8, so we can take. No, the rook is on a7. Sorry, to check, to force them to go to e8. Tend to come closer with our king, but they can play king d8 there. h2, rook h7, knight e8, promotion, and king d8, queen d5 check, and then they can close, rook d7, queen a8 check, king c7. If I try to block from e8, they can play king d6 with this idea, to push this queen and then to promote. Hi everyone. So pawn h2 is great. I agree. The first move in Lichess puzzles always obvious. Let's play h2. I think h2. They will continue this variation. h2. Rook a7 blocking takes h1. King d8. Queen d5 check. Rook d7. And then queen a8 check, king c7, and king or h6, rook d8. I'm sure that there must be something. Let's play h2. Knight e8. Yes, it's only move. Knight e8. Oh. Why? We go king h8. Really? Yes, you are right. Let's play king h8. Rook a6. So h1, rook d6. And where to check? Queen f3, king e8. And then king g7 maybe. Queen f3 and king g7. King g7, king d7, queen b7 check. If king e6, queen e4, king d7, and then to come closer. Let's come closer. So sorry. I missed king h8. So why not knight e8? If knight e8, no, sorry, here, they took promotion, they play king d8, check. I thought that I can win here, just to go away, rook d8, check, here, check, here, check, here. It's the same position, but my king is far away. In that variation, my king was on g7 and no, and also their rook was not on d8. They couldn't help their pawn. Just a second, please. I want to show that moment. King h8, king g7, check here, check, and I could manage to come closer very quickly. In that position, my king was on h6 and their rook was on d8. And I couldn't control this pawn, unfortunately. Okay, why 98 wrong? So that is the difference. Sometimes it seems that it's such a little difference, but it's so difficult. It's okay, at least you tried. Yes, okay, let's go forward. Rook b8. Thank you too. Thanks for participation. Your hints helps me so much. So, okay, hello everyone. So rook b8. First move, rook h2 check. No, or maybe queen g3. Queen g3. King f1 doesn't work. We can checkmate. So they must play king e2. Can I play rook a2 check to attract the queen? Or maybe rook a2 right now to attract them, then to check, king f1. Oh, just a second, please. Check here, check here. Rook e1, king e1. Check here. Queen g2 check, king c3, rook c1. Queen c2, queen c2 checkmate. Right? One more time. I've checked. King f1. Check here. If king f2, then I can play queen g1. So they must go to e2. Rook e1 check. If they don't take, if they play king d2, I can check queen g2. Yes. If king c3, rook c1. If king e1, then rook a1. If they close, then I can take, then to check here and to take the rook. So one more time, rook h2. Here, here, here to take. They take. No, not with queen. At first rook, king d2, queen g2 check here, check here, checkmate. Am I right? Let's try rook h2 first. h1 check. Right. Let's play. Rook h2, rook h1, right, and then rook a1. To take and then queen g1. It was easy, I think. I can't compare this one with another. At least it was just forced variation. Just that's why maybe it was easy. Okay, let's go forward. King h4. Rook a4 to distract, then to play e8. Rook a4. How to play for black. Their rook is pinned. I feel that they will take e8, then they will check from g4. Ah, it's very famous position, if I'm not... О, Денис, я прошу прощения, я только что вспомнила, что я вниз не пошла, не показывала эти, игроков не показала, ни темы. Я обязательно вернусь назад, вот сразу решу. Вы мне напишите, пожалуйста, в чате. У меня в последнее время с памятью все очень плохо. Я свой паспорт потеряла. Сейчас хожу, ни паспорта, ни ID-карты. У меня ничего нету. Я сегодня пошла заявление написать, чтобы новый паспорт получить, хотя я свой паспорт получала еще год назад. И я предполагаю, что это моя дочка спрятала где-то. Я никак не могу найти. Я никак не могу вспомнить последние события, связанные с моим паспортом. Я же всегда использую. Я это к тому, что я прошу прощения. У меня с памятью все очень плохо. Вы напишите, напоминайте мне, пожалуйста. Я почему вспомнила, что я не спускалась вниз? Я хотела сказать, а это известная позиция, а потом вспомнила, что это же из партии взято. Из партии в Личесе, которые играли. А там эту позицию, которую я знаю, это теоретическая позиция. Вот поэтому я вспомнила. Так, хорошо, давайте решать, потом я пойду назад. So, it was just little in Russian. I wanted to explain something. I forgot to go down to show here the puzzles, themes, topics. King f3 looks great here. Why king f3? Why not to take on a4? Rook a4 takes e8, check. Here, king g5. Gurgen, hello, how are you? So many difficult puzzles. I'm not able to solve them correctly. Here, king h2, king g5, king g5. Is it draw? Or maybe I can play queen e5 check, king h6, queen h8, king returns to g5, and then king h3, for example, king f5. Is it draw? I think that it's winning for white. Theoretically, I'm sure that it's winning, but how to win? If you make queen, there is a fortress for black, I could think. Really? If king f3, I think. Check. But I want to promote my passing pawn. Oh, but then I can play rook e4. So if it's right, so again, I must turn off the rating. Doing good. What about yours? Thank you so much. Everything is okay. Hello, everyone. Yes, you are right. Really. King f3, rook e6, check, and then to play rook e4. So it means that if I take e8, rook g4, it means that it's like a castle, and I can't I can't create some checkmate threats there. King f3. Check. Really? Okay, let's turn off the rating. Yes, you're right. Let's play king f3. Yes, it was right. Check. And rook e4. Yes. At least it was fair. Let's go forward. Yes, I can't break through. I agree with you. I don't know why I was sure that I can win there. I thought that I could create some checkmate threats there. Checkmate traps, I mean. Okay, I was mistaken. So, okay. So, just a second, please. I want to go back to go down. Oh, окей. Денис, я прошу прощения. Вот я решала эти задачи, а там темы уже все закрылись. Ну ничего, да, не надо после стрима писать там, какие темы, не надо. Это моя вина. Я совершенно забыла об этом. Okay, let's go forward. So here are the players. And let's play on Monday, please. Your rating. My rating is 2156. Bishop b4. What do they want to do? Just to take the quality. What if to leave this rook here to try to create some threats? Queen g6, queen g7. Queen g6, queen g7, queen g6. For example, rook f7. Rook f7. Bishop f5. Bishop e1. Check here, check here. Rook e1. One more time. Maybe they can close. Knight f6. Knight f6. Rook e6. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Or maybe I can play, I can take and then to check. Then, oh no. Of course they will continue king h7. But let's calculate that move. Rook e6. Rook e6 with the idea of rook h6 is great. This one. What if they play knight f6? Ah, then I no. Queen f5, bishop e6, bishop e6, bishop f6. So many arrows. Rook e6, knight f6, queen f5, bishop e6. Maybe it's slow. No. Bishop f5. What if they take? Just rook f5, queen takes, bishop e1, or maybe then knight f6 at first. Discovery attack. I don't know. Okay, what about knight f6, rook e6, knight f6, queen f5, bishop e6. If they take, we take with bishop. Bishop f6. One more time. Okay, rook e6, knight f6. Bishop takes. Rook takes. Rook e8. We can check and then win a queen. Here. Well. Okay. What if, for example, rook f7, rook h6, I have to take, and queen g6, king f8. I don't see the continuation. So many pieces. Rook e6 one more time. Or maybe knight f6, bishop takes, queen d5. The bishop and the rook are under attack, right? Rook a6, knight f6, bishop takes, queen d5. If bishop g7, then to take on e6. Or maybe then I can play bishop c4, rook a6, knight f6, bishop f6, queen d5, bishop c4. That's interesting. We have rook e8. No, yes, you are right. This information. Maybe you are right. I'm not sure about that variation. Let's leave this rated button pressed. I'm not sure. Let's try. One more time. Let's calculate this move. D takes c6. Oh, they have an extra piece. So D takes c6. They can just not to pay attention to that pawn. Just to bring their knight closer. Pawn isn't pinned. We can sacrifice it. Let's try rook e6. Yes, it's right. Knight f6, bishop takes. If queen d5, then bishop c4. Oh, rook. It was clear. Rook e8. Sorry, let's play on Monday, please. I was expecting another move. Just to take. Well, thank you for help. What can I say? Let's continue. Bishop d6. So if I take, they can continue rook c1. Oh, can I take on h2? Check, they must take rook h8. They must close. rook h3, king g2, and then no, rook h3, I'm going to take with bishop, and then bishop f1, discovery check and mate. Rook h2, king takes, check here, and take with bishop. For example, they can play g4 to open a square for their king, but okay. How to continue there? To take this pawn or to take the rook, king g3, rook h3, king f4, bishop e3 with checkmate. Really? One more time. Takes, check here, takes g4, discovery check, king g3, rook h3 check, king f4, bishop e3 checkmate. Very beautiful. Let's play. Okay. Rook f4. Rook f4. Check. They want to close with rook. If bishop g4, then king g2. Bishop g4. King g2, bishop d1. They take. Maybe something I don't know. Quiet move here. No. One more time. Here they close. Can I continue there? Queen d8, queen f1. No. Bishop f1, rook h4. I don't see. Maybe g5 right now. Bishop c7, g takes f4. Really? And there is no protection from this threat. g5, they take. Bishop f1, no. At first to take on f4. If they try to open a square for their king, now my pawn is on f4. It's impossible. Queen d8. Let's play g5. Why not to play g5? Queen d8. For example, they can continue rook h4. Takes, queen f4. Also works. No. And then queen e1, for example. Okay. We can play bishop f2. Bishop f2. But for example, no. We can take bishop in b6. Thank you so much. Just a second, please. I like g5 very much. But I want to understand why not queen d8. One more time. I want to try to find for white some protection. Queen d8. Okay, queen e1, and for such checks, just to close, queen d8, queen e1. If bishop g4, then king g2. No? I want you to agree with me that g5 is much more better. Discard check with queen when it comes on h5. Let's leave this queen. Such a beautiful move, g5. g5, one more time. They take, we take, and I don't see for them any protection from this threat. Ah, second please. They can take, check, here, check, and to escape from g4. So you were right. But queen d8, queen e1, bishop g4, king g2. Ah, then clearance. Rook h2 check, king h2, queen h8 check, queen h3. It's clearance. Okay. Queen d8. Not only to control this square, but also to transfer the queen. Yes, that was great. Queen d8. Yes. That was very interesting. Such beautiful positions. So here, attraction, crashing, kingside attack, middle game sacrifice. Very long puzzle. Very long puzzle. Okay. T5, rook h4, you eat the rook and then push the g pawn. I also wanted to play g5, but then they could play on g5, they could take, and then to take, and then to escape from g4. I thought that I could checkmate here, but no, there is no possibility. So queen d8, for example, queen e1, and then bishop g4, then rook h2, queen h8, and queen h3. Okay, let's go forward. Can I make it 2800 today? He played rook h4. On rook h4, queen d8. Rafik, I don't understand. Okay, let me recall that position. Rook h4. You mean after queen d8 or after g5? Maybe after g5 also queen h4 was correct. Then g takes h4 and g4 just to close the lines. Maybe. Okay. Let's go for knight f3. Let's try to take, for example, with knight. g5, g4 in the previous position. Okay. Okay, let's go forward. Knight f3, check, g takes f3, queen, for example, h5, king f1 to take on f3. If g4, rook h4. Maybe Rafik, maybe, I'm not sure. How to play rook h4 when the pawn is on g4? Maybe you mean g5. Okay, let's go forward. Let's forget about that puzzle, although it was very beautiful. Knight f3. Let's calculate this take. Queen g5. I don't know what to do here. To take this knight with knight, to take with pawn, to take on f2, to play knight d3. No, let's eliminate this move because of knight g5. So why not knight f3? G takes f3. G takes f3. Queen where? Rook h3, queen g4. Just a second, please. Knight f3 takes rook h3, queen g4, bishop f2, king f2, queen d2, rook 2. No. Knight f3, g takes f3, queen h5. If they try to check, for example, queen f4, but I can't play king e8 or e7. They can just check to trade the queens. Okay, they can give back that because they have an extra bishop. They can return and to have an equal position. Takes, queen h5 to check, and queen f7 to trade the queens. Let's try to find another move. Instead of queen h5, maybe queen h6 to continue control this square. Knight f3, g takes f3, queen h6, and we want to checkmate king f1. But unfortunately, then I can't take on f3 because again they can take on g7 with bishop, with queen, no difference. To trade everything, to give back that piece and to continue playing an equal position. Knight f3, g takes f3, queen h6, king f1. Even after g takes f3, they can continue queen f3 check. I don't know. Knight takes f3, pawn take, or rook h3. Then if he takes pawn on g4, just a second, please. Did you use an engine? What your rating is? It's something impossible for me. So you offer knight f3 here, here, and rook g3. I would never find this move. Let me calculate one more time and then to turn off the rating. If it's right, it wasn't my idea. Pawn is pinned, yes. Knight f3 takes, rook h3, queen g4, and rook g3. Just to use this pin. No, it was not my idea, Rafik. In the on the top, you can read the nickname UCTRANM, and then in the end the numbers 3953. It was his idea. No, it was, sorry, it was the idea of unknown 07895. Knight takes f3, pawn take, go rook h3, then if he takes pawn, go rook g3, and he loses queen. It was his idea. No, Rafik, it's will not be fair. So let me check one more time and to turn off the rating. Knight f3, one more time. So it's clear that they must take. Rook h3. If to go back, queen g2. Maybe g3 also works. Queen h3 to take here. Or maybe rook h3, queen g2. Or maybe rook f3. Rook f3. Or queen h4. F takes g4. Bishop f2. If queen f2 check, here checkmate. But bishop f2, the queen is on g2. They can go to f1. Maybe just to take on e1. Let's turn off it. So knight f3, rook h3, rook g3. Yes. I would never find this move, rook g3. That idea that the pawn is pinned, then if they take, I can take back. Okay. So, the themes here: crushing, kingside attack, middle game pin, very long puzzle. Okay. If he goes back with queen, go queen h4 with the idea of rook g3. What your rating is? I think it's findable. I don't know. For me, it was impossible. No, I'm Armenian. Yes, for me also, Rafik. Although I'm satisfied with today's result, but I'm going to continue. But if you remember the previous Thursday, I had, if I'm not mistaken, I solved correctly just in one puzzle. Other puzzles I solved wrong. I did not solve them at all. Rook c5. I'm that secret international master. Ah, that you didn't want to write your name. Okay. Okay. And I remember someone wrote that, and he is Magnus Carlsen. Okay. So let's go forward. I joined this channel last year and helped many times before, so you can check. I remember your nickname, yes. But I forgot your rating. I hope you did not use an engine, right? But why? Oh no. Okay, let's go forward. Rook endgames. Okay, let's go. Rook d2. Rook e1, king c2. And nothing. Rook c3, king b2. Rook b3, king c2. Again, nothing. Rook e1, king c2, rook a3. Rook g6, king c5. Rook g5, king b4. If king b2, I mean instead of rook g6, rook here, rook a3, instead of rook g6, for example, king b2, c3, takes, and to promote it. Check here. Thank you so much. Thanks for support. Will you marry me? No, I am already married. This looks tough. I agree. Rook e1, king c2, rook a3. One more time. Rook g6, I can escape, right? And not only escape, but also to activate my king b4. Then I want to checkmate. Why not? Pawn c3. They can take. No? The idea could be to go with the king. Yes. Let's play on Monday, please. This Monday I'm going to play with viewers. So rook e1 goes king c2, you go a3. Yes, that idea. If they take, to come closer with king. If they play king b2, because I want to check, then to check, sorry, from c1, one more time, rook e1, here, I want to check king c3, then rook c1, and then to win the rook. That's why if they play king b2, c3, and to promote the pawn. If they play, for example, rook d4, just to come closer, king c5. Yes, I think it works. Can you become my grandma? Really? I'm not hurrying. Become to grandma. Let me live my life. Okay. Rook e1. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, let's play. Rook e1. Rook a3. Oh, and it's over. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, what to do? To oh, I forgot to turn on the rating, not engine. I could raise my rating a little bit. So here it was advantage, endgame, rook, endgame, short puzzle. It was short puzzle. Unfortunately. So okay, it means that it was this variation, right? This one. We can count this one too, right? Uh, three puzzles. You gave me a hint. In other puzzles also, I accepted your help, but I can consider at least that I also have had participation in that puzzles, and I lost in two puzzles. Okay. Are you a mother? Yes, I am a mother of two children. Yes, it was unrated, unfortunately, but okay. So I could raise my rating 2800 over. That's okay. Let's finish for today. Can you be my master Shifu in chess? Join to my live streams. We grow together, we improve together. I am also not perfect in chess, unfortunately. It was a game played around letters, but I don't think that, for example, when they reach to this position, I'm sure that they have, for example, 1 minute or 30 seconds. I think it's impossible. Maybe just to be lucky to find these moves, these ideas. I don't know. Or maybe they are really strong. But I'm sure that Lichess chooses positions not from the games. I mean, maybe they continue not in this way, but the engine calculates all variations and they choose an interesting position. I don't know. Maybe I am mistaken. Okay. So, okay, let's finish for today. Can you defeat Gotham Chess? I don't think so. He's really a strong chess player. He is an international master. Am I right? International master, I mean man. It's clear that man international master. I'm women international master. So he is stronger, of course. Okay, so let's finish. What can I do? Let's finish for today. Okay, thank you so much. Next Monday we play not tournament. I decided to organize tournaments once a month. Yesterday I sent prizes to all winners. I've checked their games. Everything was okay. I can defeat him. No, Rafik. Maybe if I'm lucky, maybe in one game. But if we play, for example, 10 games, of course, in many games, if it's not in all games, I will lose, I'm sure. So I also wanted to think men imams are stronger than women. Yes, men international masters are stronger than women international master. But if women is qualified men international masters title, so they are equal. I'm not international master, I'm women international master. I don't want to underestimate women, but for example, for men, if you want to qualify that title, you must raise your rating, how to say that, over 2300. For women, it's 2200. So that is the difference. Hello, I'm fine, thank you. But I'm going to finish now. Okay, I wanted to say that yesterday I sent all winners prizes. They weren't cheaters. I've checked all their games. That was okay. They also had many mistakes, and that was okay. But also, yes, and Judith Polgar, she's a grandmaster, not women grandmaster, but man grandmaster. I mean, among men. Of course, she is a legend. I agree that many women, of course, they are stronger than, I don't know, than a lot of men. How to say that? But if we compare, mostly, of course, men are stronger. Unfortunately, I'm not feminist, but I root for women. But okay. Think of your game with Inaga. But I'm so thankful to her because she played till the end. I did not expect that she will play till the end. She played till the checkmate. I was so happy because for that level, very often we resign earlier. But I got a great pleasure to checkmate in that game, and I still remember that moment. She is very funny. Sometimes I watch her videos. It's interesting. She is really funny. New female prodigies. Yes. And also that Indian girl. Uh, how is her name? Oh, I forgot it. But she's very strong, really. Misogonist? What's that? It's something new for me. Misogonist. Mm-hmm. Okay. Divya, yes, I agree with you. Yes, yes, really. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Also, I wanted to say that I wanted to make a gift to the winner below 1900 rating. I wanted to give Lichess wings. I've checked two players. They were cheaters. In some games, their rating, their how to say that, accuracy was 100%. I asked them to give their accounts from chess.com because they had just they just registered for that tournament, and I asked their accounts from chess.com, and I checked it, and they were cheaters. So I'm still searching the winner below 1900 to give Lichess wings. Is like the opposite for feminist, I guess. I don't know. It's new word for me. Well, okay, let's finish for today. Next Monday we play with viewers, and the next tournament will be in 3 weeks. Again with prize fund. So, hello broccoli. Hello, I'm going to finish. Players was below them. Yes, I'm searching. I wrote to some of them who is below them. I'm waiting for his answer. I am from Armenia. Okay, let's finish for today. As usual, thank you so much. Take care of you. Have a wonderful weekend, and see you on Monday. Goodbye.